guys, it's your girl Brooklyn and welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. We are going to be doing another get ready with me Q&A because I haven't done one of these in a really long time, and you know, I actually have to put my face on today and do my hair, so I figured why not take advantage of something that doesn't happen very often anymore. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because it really helps with my channel. And let's get into today's video. I have Miss Charlie with me today. She's just hanging out. She is hopefully going to cooperate while I very quickly put my face on and do my hair. So y'all pray for me because she's been a little fussy and I'm really hoping that she bears with me so I can get dressed. So all I'm going to do for starters is I'm gonna put some facial oil on my face to kind of help moisturize my skin because it is really dry, and as y'all can tell, my dark circles are just on another level right now. So I am going to be putting this all over my face. So hopefully it will help because my skin just feels so dry, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't have time every night to do my skincare routine and to like moisturize my face. I barely have time to take my prenatals, if I'm being honest. So yeah, there that is. So I'm just gonna drip this on. Sometimes I'll use like a little roller that I have, but for now I'm just gonna use my hands. If you've watched any of my other get ready with me's, you've heard this before, but if you're new here, welcome, welcome. I'm not a makeup guru, and I am probably gonna do a lot of stuff that makes y'all cringe, so I apologize in advance. Just forgive me. I also got no sleep last night. I didn't sleep very well. Danny had watch last night, so he was gone from 6:30 p.m. last night all the way until 7 a.m. this morning. I didn't sleep good. Charlie didn't sleep good. She tossed and turned all night, as did I. Our dogs didn't sleep good. We were like sitting up waiting on him to come home. It honestly has me scared for deployment. I'm gonna start off with some foundation. I'm gonna use Dewy and Smooth Fit Me foundation. This also has sunscreen. It's got SPF 18 because your girl is all about trying to prevent as many wrinkles as I can. Here, what's wrong with her? Sorry if y'all hear cooing in the background and fussing it. She just kind of is in this weird phase where she doesn't like to be left down for very long. I definitely think she takes after me in the sense that she just gets bored easily. She likes to be on the go. She likes to be moving. If I just leave her chilling for too long, she's not about it. So I guess we should get into the questions. So question number one is best tips or advice for parents of a newborn. Ooh, this is a good one. If you're new to my channel, I have a 2-month-old. She actually just turned 10 weeks old yesterday. She is my first baby, so this is a learn as you go process, and if I could give you any advice, it would be to, one, not compare your journey with your baby to other people. So like if you have friends that also have babies right now, you know, or you see like people on YouTube or on the internet, do not compare your journey to theirs. Just because their baby's doing something and yours might not be, does not mean that you're doing anything wrong. Every baby is different and everyone's journey is different, and take it day by day. There are going to be days that are going to be really hard, but you can't look at it like, oh my gosh, it's going to be like this every single day and this and that. No, it won't. I can promise you that. Every day is going to be different. You're going to have really hard days, but you're also going to have days that are just so easy and just so wonderful. Yeah, if I could give you any advice at all, it would be don't compare your journey with others and take it day by day, because what someone does for their baby might not work for you and your baby, and that is okay. Do what is going to work best for you and your child. That is probably some of the best advice I could give you. I also want to state that this is a random Q&A, so a lot of the questions are regarding my pregnancy, my child, and postpartum, so I just want to throw that out there, but it is a random, there are like random questions, but because I just had a baby, I think a lot of people were curious about that. But now I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl Clean Professional bronzer, and I'm honestly just gonna take this and plop it all over my face. Question number two, do you want more babies? If so, when are you planning on having them? So do I, aka Danny and I, want more babies? Yes, we do. Okay, that sounded a little unsure. Yes, we want more babies. We're just not sure how many babies we want. Like how how many more we want, because I always wanted multiple children, but now after having one, it's a lot different when you actually have children. It makes it more real, if that makes sense. So yes, I know that I want more children. I want Charlie to have siblings, but how many more children I want, I don't know. I think we're gonna just take that one day at a time. When are we planning on having more children? That is the $1,000,000 question. My OB wants us to wait at least 12 months before getting pregnant again. But with that being said, if you didn't know, I had a scheduled C-section, and if I want to try for a VBAC, I have to wait a minimum of 18 months before getting pregnant. So now I'm just going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and this is in the shade Oatmeal or 345. There we go. I love, love, love all her sounds. I love when she talks. Question number 3. How is your baby sleeping through the night? I'm not gonna lie, I hate when people ask me this question, mainly because I'm scared I'm gonna jinx myself. So she has been a beautiful sleeper. Literally since we brought her home from the hospital, she has slept so good through the night. Lately, I can't even tell you the last time she slept less than 7 hours through the night. She's just, oh, she's such a good sleeper. Last few weeks, she's been sleeping on average anywhere from 7.5 to like 9 hours at night. So she's been sleeping through the night for a while now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very scared for the 4-month sleep regression that is coming our way. Apparently, even if you have like a baby who's a great sleeper, when they go through their 4-month sleep regression, their sleep schedule is just like boop. So even if they've been wonderful and sleeping through the night for you, they apparently will start waking up like every hour. And we've just been very spoiled when it comes to her. She typically will wake up, feed for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then she'll go back to sleep. And I guess this question kind of goes along with the last question. It's, do you have her on a schedule? And no, not really. I've heard that for the first few months, there's no real point in putting them on a schedule because they change so much. And that's definitely true. For example, she used to sleep beautifully during the day. She would take 2 to 3 naps, and each nap she'd sleep for like 3 to 4 hours. She hasn't napped in almost 3 weeks. If I'm holding her, she'll sleep. As soon as I lay her down in her crib or in her bassinet or in her swing or in her bouncer, she wakes up screaming. Doesn't matter how long I let her sleep in my arms before I lay her down, she just doesn't want to nap. It's the strangest thing. She doesn't want to nap, but at the same time she does. So yeah, so we don't technically have her on a schedule. At night we kind of have her on a schedule, but not really. Anywhere from like 7:30 to 8:30 we'll start her schedule. We'll give her a bath. She loves bath time. We'll lotion her up, put her in her pajamas, and then around that time she's ready to eat, and I will plop her on the boob. She will fall asleep, and then I will burp her and put her in her bassinet, and she'll go down for the night. And I do just want to go ahead and make a disclaimer. A lot of people say that you shouldn't let your baby fall asleep on the boob and blah blah blah, and while that may be true for some people, like I stated earlier, do what's best for you and your baby, and this works for us. I'm sorry, this is a brand new thing of liquid concealer. This is just the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Corrector Multi-Usage, and this is in the shade 145 Warm Olive. I bought it specifically to use for contour, for like a liquid contour. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is the first time that I've ever used a liquid contour, so hopefully it works, but it's new, so it's like I'm trying to get it to come out and it's not working. Apologize for her crying, but you know what, this is my typical life nowadays, and I always say that I want to be open and honest with y'all. You're getting the full Brooklyn effect. This is how I get dressed nowadays. It is not easy breezy anymore. And also, I was gonna use my beauty blender. I know it's crap. I have a new one. I'm too lazy to go grab it. I was a little nervous because it started to dry, so I'm just gonna use, this is my Morphe M439 brush. am about to go in with some powders. This is just the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. And I'm just going to quote unquote bake my face. So next question, do you have any trips planned soon? Honestly, it kind of depends on the whole virus thing, but yes, we do have a couple trips planned. I am supposed to be taking her to visit Danny's family. I plan on taking Charlie up there when Danny leaves for deployment so they can meet her. They have not had a chance to meet her yet. Hopefully I'll get to go in the next month or two to go see them. And then in December, we are planning to go visit my mom in Tennessee. We do that every year so we can go spend Christmas with her. So either we'll go right before Christmas or we'll go right after New Year's. So yeah, those are the two trips that we have planned, but honestly it just depends on the virus. So for my eyebrows, I don't ever really do anything to my eyebrows. This is probably going to sound really crazy to a lot of people. I have not ever, not once in my life have I ever plucked them, tweezed them, gotten them waxed, I haven't ever done anything to my eyebrows. These are all natural. I'll just take a brush that's all bent and crap. That's an e.l.f. brush. It's the eyelash and brow something. I've had this thing for forever, and I literally just kind of like fan through them so they're not all crazy, but that's about all that I do. So what are you planning on doing with your baby when you go back to work? Ooh, so this is a good question. You know, honestly right now, I don't know. I'm supposed to go back to work in about a month, and all the nannies around here where I live, they want to charge me more an hour than I make myself an hour, and that's just not going to work out. At that point, it's like, why am I even working? And as for daycare, I don't want to send her to daycare. I have a lot of reasoning behind this. I'm not trying to bash daycares. I grew up going to daycare. All of my siblings grew up in daycare, but I work in the pediatric emergency room, and my job has made me not want to send my child to daycare. I see a lot of stuff. If I'm going to send her to daycare, I want to wait until she's old enough to where she can talk to me and tell me what's going on. So I want her to be able to verbalize what's happening, how she feels about it, if she wants to go, if she doesn't want to go, if she likes it, if she doesn't. So yeah, I don't plan on sending her to daycare at least until she's old enough to verbalize things to me. Not that there's anything wrong with daycare, that's just how Danny and I personally feel. So yeah, right now it's kind of up in the air. We're still trying to figure out what we're gonna do with her when I go back to work. So I just have a ton of fluffy brushes from when I used to go get my eyelashes done all the time. I typically will take a little fluffy brush and kind of brush through my lashes just to kind of separate them before I put mascara on. I'm just using the complexion brush. It's e.l.f. I've had this thing for forever. Was having a C-section scary? Yes, I've had quite a few surgeries, and surgery is just scary in general. It's always scary. You don't know what to expect, but like having to get put to sleep, it's a scary thing. But with the C-section, I was extra nervous because for the first time, not only have a surgery done, but I was gonna have to be awake for the surgery, and that terrified me. All the other surgeries that I did, I was asleep before getting wheeled back to the OR. In this case, I was wide awake, literally walked into the OR, and I got up on the operating table and sat there, and they had to give me my spinal, which I was a little nervous for that. I was very nervous for the surgery. Everyone was so amazing. They were just so comforting and really just walked me through it and talked me through it, and they just made the experience 1,000 times better. So now I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I love this stuff. I used to use a curler and curl them. I don't use a curler at all, ever anymore. I feel like they damage your lashes. So this is what my lashes look like before. This is like what the bristle looks like. So next question, any tips on getting back into the gym after having a baby? I love this question. If I could give you any advice, it would be just get back into the gym. Don't be hard on yourself. Everyone's postpartum journey is going to be different, because I'm not gonna lie, especially when I first got back into the gym, I didn't look the way that I used to. I couldn't lift as heavy as I used to. My endurance wasn't as good as it used to. Like, I used to run all the time, and now when I try and do cardio, 2 minutes in, I'm like dying. And I was really hard on myself. But what I have told myself and what has helped me is you have to remember, you just gave birth Your body just went through a pretty traumatic experience. For the last 9 months, your body has completely changed from start to finish, and it took your body 9 months to get to where it was right before giving birth. So to expect your body to go back to how it was right away, which is what I was doing anyways, I was expecting my body to just snap back, is absurd. It took your body 9 months to get to how it was. So realistically, it's gonna take your body another 9 months to get back to where it was pre-pregnancy. So just start. If I could give you any advice, it's just start. Just go to the gym. Don't be hard on yourself. Take things slow. You haven't been able to work out the way that you used to in almost a year. Because even though I was working out throughout my pregnancy, I wasn't going as hard as I used to. I wasn't lifting as heavy as I used to. Give yourself time and just do it. Future you will think present you. You have to start somewhere. So I actually like to do a few different coats. I'll like put it on and then I let it dry and then I'll go back in. This is just after one coat. It's crazy. This stuff is amazing. I love it. Okay, so I usually don't do this much contour, but I have a pretty special event that I'm going to later on tonight. I'm going to my 10-year high school reunion. I'm really exposing myself, which is crazy because it actually goes along with the next question. It asks, how old are you? I turned 28 this year. I know I'm old, don't judge. But I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D palette. As you can tell, I've had this thing for years. That's how little I use it. I've had this thing for forever. And then I'm just gonna go in with the Kat Von D brush as well. It's for highlighter and then for contour. I love this thing. I need to clean my brushes, I know. But I'm just gonna go in with this middle one. I don't wanna go too dark, but I also want it to be noticeable. And don't worry, I know this seems kind of harsh. I'm gonna blend it out in just a second, but because I also want my nose to look snatched, I'm gonna go in with that same middle shade right here. This is the eyeshadow C brush. It's e.l.f. This is what it looks like. And I'm just gonna lightly dab, very lightly contour the sides of my nose. Because again, I don't want it to be crazy harsh. I just go in with this little, it's like another eyeshadow brush. It's the Angle eyeshadow brush. It's Image Essentials. I have no idea where I got this. I've had this for years. But I just go in, I don't put anything on it. I just run the brush over it so the line's not as harsh, if that makes sense. And then I'm just gonna take this complex brush again, that thick brush that's like broken that I have, and I'm just going to run over my contour lines just so they're not like crazy harsh, so they're a little bit more blended. Next question, what are some big new milestones Charlie is hitting? I feel like she's constantly doing something new every day. It is true what they say, they grow up so fast. Right now, the biggest thing that I've noticed is she's talking a lot more and like using her hands, and she can see a lot better now. So like when I lay her on her play mat, or like if she's in her swing and she sees her mobile, she is just more interactive with it, if that makes sense. But my favorite new thing that she's been doing is talking. She's just constantly like talking to me. I'll insert a clip here so you guys can see what I mean.
Is that so?
It's just, oh, it's my all-time favorite. I just love it, especially in the morning. She's just super, super talkative. She'll carry on a conversation with me for hours. I'm not kidding. Well, by carry on a conversation, I mean, I'll talk to her and she'll make cooing noises, but for real, y'all, it's the cutest thing. She talks to the ceiling fan a lot. So I am going to go back in with my telescopic mascara and just put another coat on. You you can see my septum ring. I'm sorry if it looks like a booger. It's probably a little gross. What's next? Oh, blush. So I use Too Faced blush. This is my blush brush. I don't know where I got it. I think like Walmart. This is what it looks like. I actually learned this on TikTok, but I used to put my blush way down here. But if you do it up here, kind of like where your highlight goes, it lifts your face and it just makes it look a lot better. So I just do my blush right here. And I don't go crazy heavy with it. I just do a little bit of blush. And then I also do it over the bridge of my nose because Candace Swainpool does that. So I just do like a little there and that's it. I don't go very heavy on the blush at all. Again, I take my little fluffy brush and I kind of just like go over it to kind of blend it so it's not so harsh. The last question is, are you on birth control? Why, yes, I am. I actually just went and got an IUD put in. I spoke with my OB before doing this. I made sure that it was okay because I am solely breastfeeding. So I had heard from a few people that you can't be on birth control if you're breastfeeding. So I brought it up to my OB because, like I mentioned earlier, Danny and I aren't trying to get pregnant for at least 1.5 years. And yeah, she said she was completely comfortable with it. I had the Mirena for 5 years before getting pregnant. I actually took it out and got pregnant with Charlie a month later. So if you're wondering, you become very fertile after getting it out, so be careful. But yeah, I just got the Mirena put back in. Sorry, my camera decided to shut off on me. I don't quite remember where I was. So all I'm gonna do for my hair, I think, is I'm going to, yeah, this is crazy. We gotta do something about this. It's so hot and humid that I'm not gonna straighten my hair. I'm gonna just like straighten the top, just like around my face so it's not as crazy. And then I'm gonna put a couple curls in it. But I am gonna be using my Paul Mitchell Flexible Style Hot Off the Press spray. And this is good on damp or dry hair, and it's just a heat protectant. Always, 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 always use a heat protectant, guys. While my straightener and curling iron heat up, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. Honestly, I'm not sure what lip color I'm gonna use because I don't even know what I'm wearing yet, which is not good. But I am gonna put on this Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. I love this stuff. I don't ever wear it anymore because of Charlie. I kiss her so much that the last thing that I want to do is put this on my lips and then kiss her and it get all on her face. But since she's sleeping and since I have time for this to dry and I'm gonna put lipstick on over top, I'm gonna go ahead and do this really quick. This is what the applicator looks like. Sorry, it's really blurry. But yeah, this is what they look like before. Non-existent. I did just rub them with a towel though to get the makeup off of them, so if they look a little red, that's why. I really like this stuff, but honestly, it doesn't make like a crazy drastic change for me. It tingles, but it's not like a crazy tingle. It's not like overbearing. Well, everyone's pain tolerance is different, and I think I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but for me, it's not really that bad. Some setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. It's the 16-hour hold, so I'm just gonna go in all over my face. If it seems like I'm putting a lot, it's because I am. I don't want my face to melt off. And these are my lips after like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Super red, a little plumped. I don't think they're like crazy big, but still, I really do like this stuff. It does help. This stuff smells so good. So usually I'll like section it into 2s and then I'll take this and cut it in half. So I'll like curl this bottom layer and then I'll push it to the back and I'll curl like this layer. But honestly, I don't have time for that right now. And I still have to finish my hair, put my clothes on and get Charlie dressed. So I'm just gonna do like a very quick short version. It's not gonna be anything crazy. Yeah, usually I section it a lot differently, but right now we're just gonna work with what we got. And that's not a lot of time. alternating. So I will twist it away from my face, and then the next strand I'll twist it towards my face. When I get closer to my face, all of those strands I curl away from my face. I feel like a lot of people know that, but I just wanted to let y'all know. Okay guys, sorry. My mama woke up and she was not happy. This is what it looks like. So nothing fancy. I just kind of ran my fingers through it and put a little bit of hairspray in it. I'm going to put on some lipstick. More than likely, I'm going to put on this color here. This is a Sephora brand. This is number 23. I love this stuff. It does dry a lot darker, but I love it. It's like 11 bucks online. If I could find it, I'll link it for you guys down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe because it really helps support my channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.